So please don't get me wrong. I am not trying to bring back wig shame. Stay tuned because what I am going to do is show you how to rock your wig with no leave out for healthier edges. This wig is versatile. It could be used like where you cover up the front altogether. That works too, like just like a bang kind of situation. But before we get into all of that good stuff, let's chat about the why. I grew up in a time and place where wig shame was a thing. I was born and raised in New York. I don't live in New York anymore, but I was born and raised there. And New York is a unique place. So where I grew up and whenever I go back to New York, you very often have to be in very close quarters and close contact with people. You might have to ride the train, you might be on a city bus, you might even just be in the elevator. Whatever it is, it's very difficult to not be close up on people. And one of the things that happens, unfortunately or fortunately, when you are a New Yorker is that you will wind up having people all up in your grill one way or the other. And that made me, as a hairstylist, be very meticulous about how natural something looked. Now, when I say wig shame, when I was coming up, the women in my era, you would not want people to know that you were wearing a wig. It was like a big faux pas. It was just an embarrassment to be out here caught with a wig. But today things are different. Still, even though things are different today, I have an aversion to being able to see people's lace when it's in person. So I'm big on metaphors, so please bear with me. Growing up in New York, I can remember very clearly passing by someone's beautiful brownstone and seeing fake flowers outside. Now, they want fake flowers, that's their business, but like if you're gonna have flowers outside of your house, my thing was at least let them look real. I felt like it just degraded the whole look of the building. I felt like it was an atmospheric failure. That's just me, it's an urban jungle and things happen, but like if you are going to have flowers outside of your house, at least have them look real, or just don't bother with them. That's just my personal opinion. And I hold to the same vision when it comes to wigs and wig design. When it comes to wigs, I guess that I kind of feel the same way. You're not trying to fool anybody. Obviously, I'm not trying to fool anybody because I'm out here talking to the world about wigs. But I do believe that if you are wearing a wig, it's really nice if it looks really natural. That is what makes lace wigs and glue and the things that just look unnatural in person, that's what makes those things such a problem for me. But I look at that as a plus because it makes me a stickler for wanting to make things look natural. So with this type of wig, this has no lace, it requires no glue. Underneath, I usually wear either two like Dutch braids, or I'll do some straight backs or do a ponytail. I love wearing foundations that, I can walk around my house not looking wild too. And I love the way that just kind of tags along with the wigs that I love wearing. So at any rate, this wig, because of the texture, it allows you to back comb the edges so that you don't have to leave any leave out. The design of this wig is sort of like a half wig, so that it could be worn with leave out if you wanted to, but because it's so nice and kinky, you can take a fine tooth comb and just comb the edges back and not have to have leave out. Because it has like this darker color in the root, it makes the color, this blonde color, segue so beautifully into a brown tone. And for me, when I'm wearing a blonde color hair, Unless it's like a pixie where, you know, the whole thing just kind of really needs to lean toward being straight. Unless it's a pixie, I want something in the wig to pay homage to my roots or to the roots of the people who are buying my wigs. So I love, if I'm wearing a blonde wig, to do a wig that has like a really nice natural texture to it. That's one of the things that like I pay careful attention to when designing a wig. Now, this is not going to work on every wig, but it will work on wigs that are designed with this being the intention. Like I said, living in New York, I just have this thing. If I'm gonna be on the train or if I'm gonna be around people, it's tight quarters in my city. And if you're on the train or you're on the bus, it is inevitable. It is just one of the idiosyncrasies that like forces me to design wigs that don't have that issue. And again, I hope that you find that little tidbit helpful. Take a couple of pins just to hold the side back, and then just use a fine-tooth comb to just back comb the edges and create like a little bit of confusion. Like when you're dealing with kinky textures, I feel like confusion is your best camouflaging buddy, and I will use that every time. So I hope you find this helpful. I also hope that it's helpful to have these opportunities to see what blonde color can look like on brown skin. And yeah, I hope you find it helpful.